Yo. Power Plays Palace, man. We back again. It's Tuesday, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's just get straight to it right now, you know. Alright, let's see what we had on the chart for yesterday. Alright, so on yesterday, we were looking for SPY. If it broke above the pre-market high of 750.87, for it to head toward 752, 754, 756, and 758. And if it broke below, if it tested the pre-market high and pushed back, and it broke below the pre-market low and pushed down, we was going to look at targets at the first target is going to be the pre-market low, and then 748.90, 747, 744.50, 737.66. Remember, I've been putting these videos up a little earlier, so I want to let y'all know that, you know, the levels are what the levels are. Even though some of them may occur earlier, the levels will be there. So let's look at what happened on yesterday, and let's see what we on right now with the chart, man. All right, so on yesterday, now I see that pre-market over there. So on yesterday, SPY opened up right here at 749.39. Came down here briefly to 749.13. Take my take that out. Came down here briefly to 739.13, 49.13, and then it worked its way up, and it kept working its way up. So from 9:30 in the morning until, when did it take a break? Until 2 o'clock, you could have played calls all the way up. So once it broke through the 749, it started to push its way up all the way before it took its first break at 758.20. And then it brief pulled back to 757, and then it consolidated for the rest of the day pretty much before it closed out the day here at 757.67. Then overnight it consolidated, and then it gapped up this morning, 759, small little gap up. Then now it's done pulled back, retested that gap already, closed it down, and now it done established this pre-market high, 759.67, and it could be pushing up further from there. Now it's currently 7:13 a.m., so it's a little earlier than normal, but as you can see off the chart from yesterday, even though I put the chart up earlier, you play the chart, you covered every single level without question. So that's a bing type of day, man. Hey, man, when you hit all 5 levels, that is a hell of a day. Excuse my language. But that was a nice day. So let's look at the chart for the day, man. And y'all saw what's going on in the pre-market already. So for today, what we have is a pre-market high currently at 759.67. Pre-market low of 758.12. Now, you can see right now that if it pushes up above the 758 level, then we headed back towards the area where those all-time highs are. So we talking about 759.67 being the current pre-market high. If it pushed past that, we got 761, 763, 765, and 768. And that could happen. But if it goes up that high and then it begins to pull back, like if it pushes above toward that 759.67 and start to pull back after a great day yesterday, then we're going to target the first step down from there is the pre-market low of 758.12. And then from there we'll go to 756.50, 754, and 749.13. Now, I know you see that the 758.58 is in between on the support levels. What that is man, the previous day's high is right in that area also. Remember I told you it was a gap up, but that gap is like right there between 758, 759, and then you got the pre-market high sitting in there. So what we want to do is we want to account for that, and I definitely want to always point out the pre-market high. I don't want to leave that out, even though we will be looking at the 758.12 as the pre-market low, but the previous day high we can't overlook. So even with the pre-market high being 759.67, our target is going to be 758.12 when the push down starts, if it rejects out that level. But you cannot overlook that secondary target, which is the pre-market high, was the elephant in the room. But that's what we're going to do. And so that's what our plan is for today. Now, if that happens, like I said, we can get all the way back down to 749.13, which is the previous day low. It was a nice range on yesterday, and then when you include the pre-market information that we have so far for today, then we have the opportunity to see a lot of things, really go our way if it goes in either direction, because that's a nice range to play with. But that's our trade plan for today, man. We're going to keep it simple, straight ahead. Go back and look at the chart and see what's currently going on. It's kind of early. Like I said, it's 7:13, 7:16 a.m. But everything right now looks pretty straightforward. If the market plays out the way we think it'll go, then it should be a beautiful day. If not, then we might struggle a little bit. But you do that based on your levels. Do not get undisciplined. If you're not comfortable with a trade, get out of the trade. Leave it alone. Start over and fight another day. And so that's where we are right now. And let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. But that's our plan for the day. This Power Plays Palace. This is not financial advice, just ideas for somebody that trade every day. Now, if anything in this video helps you become a better trader, or you just, appreciate the information, man, like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will respond. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we get prepared for today. Let's try to make a few good trades, and then let's see what we can do from there. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, man. This Power Plays Palace, your boy, man. I'm out, man.